Unmuting. And switching across to the great view. Woohoo!
Woo!
Technical failures. Not happening today, maybe. Ish. We'll see.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
That's true.
To be determined.
It's exactly what the fail count for is on Legbot for me.
Promises you can't keep. Aha! I'll show myself out.
Okay, that's it. That's over. We thank you for watching.
I did forget to set the
There we
game
go.
in Legbot. So.
I fixed it now.
Quick question. I remember we can advance with like a callback thing. What else can we do with that?
You can use them as a plot point, I think.
No. Like instead of the plot point thing, what else can we do with our characters?
Yeah, you can up skills, create assets. They can also be spent to do the same for the ship. But most of them require 2
Advancing
or
your
3
crew
episodes.
members. 256. Training up.
Oh yeah, got it. I see the list. Oh damn, it's 2 to unlock a distinction trigger. Wow.
Yep.
That's... Wow.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the idea is these adventures are supposed to take about 2 to 4 hours each.
But...
The last one took 6.
Yeah.
Which still wasn't too bad, actually.
No, we're fine.
Oh, anybody actually watching on stream? Because I haven't actually bothered to do an introduction because we were kind of mid-conversation.
Oops. Hello.
I have found recently when I've been streaming, I've needed to stream at a slightly lower resolution. That's with games. I'm trying streaming at 720p. If there are issues with the stream, I'll cut it and resume at a lower bitrate.
I mean, we're tiny in the corner anyway.
That's what I thought.
It's buffering for me. Oh, hey, Cam.
Hey, chemistry.
Oh, because it's probably defaulted back to all the default Twitch settings, which buffer horrendously.
Technical difficulties.
I
Still
should-
count
I
one?
Yeah. Oh.
What's the episode we're playing tonight called?
Oh, yeah.
We were going to do that thing and name it at the end next time.
I was going to get you guys to name it at the end and see what you thought.
That was cool, yeah.
Okay. I can't. What
so,
do we call the
yeah.
last one again? I'm trying to figure
Diamond
out.
in the rough.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's what we called it.
That was... Totally online. I should add
I've
that
also
somewhere on my
gotten around
character
to
sheet.
actually printing off character sheets, so I've got them for quick reference this time around.
Ah, there we go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Diamond in the rough.
So yeah, but yeah, do let me know if there's any streaming issues like immense buffering and stuff. It is running on the default Twitch settings at the moment, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so welcome to. I'm calling it episode 2. It's technically our 4th one of these we've
Yes.
done. But
2 in Europe, 4 in Japan.
yeah. The reason it's episode 2 is because each adventure is considered an episode, and we've had one adventure now.
So, campaign 2.
Effectively, yes.
Yeah.
It's Adventure 2 would probably be the easiest.
But
Because an episode in this case is an adventure.
yeah, because the guide refers to them as episodes, and that's, as we were just discussing and checking up on, you use episodes, completed episodes, as a way to pay for your character advancement, basically.
Yeah. In some ways, they're experience points.
So I'll be keeping mine as a callback for now because
Yeah.
that's expensive.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it costs us a lot to become better.
Yes. Because the idea is that if you were characters in the show, your character arc should be several episodes. You don't suddenly become a badass in the course of one adventure.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it's the film, and you're River Tam, but...
Yeah. Deus Ex small girl in that.
Yeah. So
Shall we get started?
We'll get started in a moment. As I've said, I've explained to our players, but I'll re-explain here for everybody else. The stuff you see on screen is mostly the same as last time, keeping it a little bit visually interesting but not too complex and over the top. You'll notice I have split out plot points and Big Damn Hero Dice into their own proper sections now, because I've finally got around to doing that. You'll also notice that instead of numbers, our crew now has these actual plot point tokens, which I'll be handing out and giving to them as we go across the course of the episode. They'll also be getting Big Damn Hero Dice, which we have some sample ones up the top there, and we'll be using the dice icons as well, because it's more fun than just writing it out. You'll also see I'm now keeping a visual record of the plot points that the GM has available. I actually have an infinite pile for handing out to you guys and spending to give you guys complications. Those ones are specifically when I'm using NPCs, if I want to be able to do keep extra dice in their dice pool and things like that. And I get one for each player to start with. I can gain others, but that's how they work. You will also notice over here is column for a blank character. We have had somebody who's interested, but they can't join us at the moment. But yeah, we hopefully will at some point pick up a 5th crew person to come in and assist the crew. What'll be really funny is I'm not going to put any restrictions on the type of character they make, so we could end up with a 3rd heavy or a 3rd fast talker.
Damn
As long as we don't get a second drunk, I'm fine.
Yeah. So yes, because I think that's more fun than trying to have somebody just come in and try and fill a role of the skills that you guys are missing.
Definitely.
Agree.
Don't tell them what we're playing.
Yeah. So so we finished off our previous adventure. You got a pretty good pay for the end of that job, despite things working out a little bit poorly. Our new adventure finds us on Persephone, specifically at the Eves Down docks.
Oh.
If you are a fan of the series, you may remember who operates out of the Eves Down docks in Persephone.
Of course I do. I know exactly who does that.
I
I
think
remember
of
all
all.
the names.
Yes.
He's the king of hell.
He is indeed. It is Badger himself.
Oh.
I actually had to go and look it up because the adventure guide doesn't give it to me. It's like, I'm sure he operates off a specific planet.
Yeah. It's also, weirdly, the same planet that they go to the ball on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Badger's involved in that.
Hmm.
And you've just been doing a job for Badger,
Oh.
in fact. So what sort of job would you have been doing for Badger?
Poor one.
I'm guessing smuggling. So, like, that's what the ship was built for. That's what my forte is.
Yeah.
Probably running something past the Alliance that he'd rather not have in their hands.
Yeah. And for once, it's gone well. It's gone smoothly. You've completed it.
That's a first.
Gone without a hitch. Well, as far as Badger's concerned.
What was Jack on vacation?
Hey! Hey!
Oh, it begins.
And so everything's complete. All that's left is you need to pop along to Badger's office to collect your payment.
Okay.
So who's going?
Myself and Isaac, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Isaac's not letting you go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would
Also,
guess that I'm confined to the ship still.
Yeah, I
That
probably.
I'm not in good graces.
No, you're still on a leash.
Yeah, I know.
Not literally.
It's episode 2. Let's not get kinky yet, all right?
Save that for episode 6.
No, that's for my Farscape Rewatch podcast. That's way more that. Yeah, no, I think it's just me and Isaac.
Okay.
We can bring Wu along. Like, it's up to Wu. It's up to Valk, actually.
What's up to me?
Do you want to come with us or not?
No, I'll probably still be on the ship. As
Okay, that's
in,
cool.
kind of keeping a half-hearted eye on Eliza.
I've half tasked you with keeping an eye on her. Because I'm like, yeah, maybe. It's the best I can spare right now.
Yeah. Bear with me a second, because I'm just going to tweet, because apparently Twitch hasn't bothered to auto-tweet the stream today.
Oh.
It kind of has.
Ah, well, we'll tweet again.
Tweet spam. I will now send 20 tweets containing the same message.
I've not seen Lex. Kim.
I need to watch Lex. It's meant to be very, very good. So, yeah. So, you wander down to Badger's office.
Yep.
And we have some box text to describe Badger's office for those who haven't seen the series. So, yeah, it's kind of it's filled with junk. He's got a few fishnets hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, he's got a pin-up girl on one wall because, well, Badger's a little bit of a perv.
As in a poster or an actual pinup girl?
A poster. He's probably
Okay.
got an actual pin-up girl somewhere, but it's probably in his
the
private room. And yeah, his desk is cluttered with old-timey objects like an old-fashioned phone. The basket's filled with paperwork, a nice
Yeah,
lamp.
fancy.
And Badger's lounging in his chair behind his desk, flanked by 4 large burly goons.
Excellent.
Heal, boy, heal.
Yeah, he's got his usual hat on and everything. I'm not going to attempt to do Badger's accent because usually when I try and do a Cockney accent, it ends up being incredibly offensive.
So Cockney, it hurts.
But that's fine. Okay.
So yeah,
So, hi there, Badger. We're done.
I nod at him and then look the goons in the eyes.
and Badger's just like yeah, great job, guys, and just hands over the money.
Oh,
Oh, I
well, that's
pick it up.
unexpected.
I check if everything's there.
Yeah, everything exactly. You know, he's not tried to short you. He's just paid up immediately.
I'm
Something's
suspicious.
I was gonna say that. I'm like, I know Badger, and like, thanks. Well, pleasure doing business with you. I need to be off. Hope you have a great day. If you have any more work, drop me a line sometime.
About
What I
that,
see.
he says, and signals to one of the goons
This
to
is
just.
as he says that as I'm halfway out of the door. Like,
Yeah,
and
there's a good,
Isaac freeze, Zaps freezes like shit.
Isaac unbuttons his jacket.
So there's now a goon who is as wide as the doorway, just stopping you from leaving. He's like, actually, I have another job for you. It's an absolute perfect job for you guys. Can't possibly go wrong with this one.
I'm very sorry. I have made other obligations. Can we reschedule in a week?
Week's a bit too late for this one, I'm afraid. This one's quite time sensitive.
Oh, that's a bummer. I guess you'll have to find somebody else. What can you do?
So don't you
I
at least
try
want
to
to
leave.
hear what the job is first?
I guess listening can't hurt. Go ahead.
I look at
Grab a
Zap,
chair.
like, did you just say that? I give him a look that's like, listening to you can hurt.
Badger's just like, yeah, just sit down.
I sit down and just take a chair and I'm like, okay. Hands on my stomach.
I remain standing.
The goon backs off from the doorway slightly now.
Good.
So Badger explains he's got a little chauffeuring job for you. You've just got to get a passenger from Persephone to somewhere else.
What kind of passenger?
He says it's daughter of a local landowner. You need to get her to her wedding aboard the
Okay.
luxury cruise liner, the Rim's Dream.
I suddenly know which adventure this is. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I know the name of the adventure. That's all I know.
Oh,
I have mentioned it before.
Yeah.
okay.
It's called Wedding Planners.
I decided this one would be very funny, following up for opportunities for drunk woo, particularly.
Oh,
A passenger. Yeah, we haven't had the best of luck with passengers. Is he? But just a random question: is she perchance wanted by the Alliance?
No. She simply wishes to avoid being pursued by the media.
Okay.
So
it's
Badger, we would also like to be avoid being pursued by the media. That would be really great for us.
Exactly. That's why we thought you guys would be the best for this job. I mean, your ship just nobody ever seems to notice. You just get in and out. Nobody knows you've been there. Well, unless Woo's been drinking. You just hear in the distance from a couple of miles away, "Hey! I heard that!"
Damn it. I need to put chat farther away. I'm sorry. Give me a moment here. Way too funny and distracting.
He's like, "Yeah, you just got to get her there in time. In fact, the sooner you get her there, we maybe up the pay a little bit. It's not going to be hugely well paying for such a simple job, but you get to go to a luxury cruise liner. It'll get you an incredibly good standing with Baron Fairchild, and I'll owe you a favour."
Badger, you already owe us about 3 favors.
Who's counting?
Me.
I am. Badger, let's be up front. Does not taking this job involve a coffin?
What Zaps is trying to say is, what are you not telling us? What important part of this are you leaving out?
You have other crews that can easily do a passenger job like this. You don't need us for something specific as that. Something as general as that.
You guys are the best, and I was told to hire the best.
Can't.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Yeah, bullshitting won't though. I'd like to pry some more information out of him.
Go on then.
I'm trying to see. Can I roll influence for this?
Yeah. Where is Badger's character sheet? They even gave Badger a character sheet.
Of course they did.
They gave everyone a character sheet. Oh, that means you actually have to go first.
Yep.
I'll use I want to use influence on this one. Shady business money, can use that.
Yep. Badger is going to be rolling mental and notice. He's going to notice to see if you influence him or not.
I like that.
A D8. And he's going to be rolling a D6.
I already have my pool assembled when I want to see if I need to add anything else. An 8. Can I beat that? Yeah, I probably can.
Yeah.
Okay, I will roll my pool. I beat that by 7.
Yeah, so what was the highest dice you rolled there? Was that a D10?
I rolled a D10, but Badger rolled a D8, so I get a D8.
It's mine, isn't it? Yeah.
Big damn hero die. I can't copy it, but I can't take it, and you can copy it and put it back.
Yeah, there we go. Have that one.
There we go. Hey. Wait, no, you're right. Sorry. For some reason I thought it was at the end.
There we go.
Ah, sorry, I was wondering what we just got dropped. in there.
Yep. I was going to read that out, but that has saved me having to do that. So, yep.
So muscular, deeply tanned, with iron gray hair and deep wrinkles, he still works most days on his ranch. He's good at his fist and a gun. He's a hard man who's used to getting what he wants and no backtalk. The only person he ever really loved was his first wife, who left him to a young farmhand. The Baron was a minor government functionary with the Bureau of Terraforming, who saw the potential to make lots of money out of the rim, out of the rim, probably also. He acquired 9,000 acres of land he owns on Persephone in return for setting up certain influential politicians with some very sweet deals on other planets. Recently acquired the mineral rights to that land. Though he didn't serve in the war, his influence with the Alliance is not to be ignored. Figure.
So basically, he's a Republican.
But yeah, Nav has access
Is
to
he
that.
Old Man Bush?
A little bit. Nav has access to this because obviously he's got his Cortex classes. This is all public information. What's also public information is about his daughter, who's the person you'll be ferrying. And she is a celebrity. You know, she's one of these who, in the Versus equivalent of all the mags like Hello and the Daily Mail and things like that, she's basically stalked endlessly by the paparazzi.
What does she do that she is stalked by these people?
She's a celebrity, you know, like your
okay,
Kim Kardashian.
So
style.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, I figured it was that.
Yeah, you know, she actually has nothing unique about her other than that they follow everything she does.
Okay.
And obviously her wedding is big news. You know, this is a massive event. Anybody who is anybody is going to be at that wedding.
Okay.
And you've been asked to transport her. But yes, in regard to your role with Badger, he says, genuinely, no hitch. She just needs to be able to get there quietly. And you really genuinely are the people that he knows will get her there quietly. Eventually.
Alright.
There better be no hitch. Better be no snakes in the grass on this one, Badger.
He's like, you know, if you're not interested, Reynolds is desperate for money.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That actually, I wonder what that does to him. Makes me wonder.
He's out of gas right now.
No. You got yourself a deal, Badger. And I shake his hand. And when he tries to pull away, I grab a bit firmer. A deal. And then I let go.
Yeah. I like that. I'm going to give you a plot point for that.
Thank you.
What's her name?
Liliana Fairchild.
Right.
She's extremely beautiful celebrity. She's nicknamed the Princess.
Oh boy.
Sorry, what was that? She's nicknamed the Princess.
Excuse me.
I will punch you.
She really is Paris Hilton. She's 22, blonde and blue eyes, tall, beautiful figure. And then there's some more text about her. Likely to be absolutely spoiled rotten.
I was expecting that part. That's the part I'm worried most about.
Okay, Cortex information. Who's she marrying?
She is marrying... Ooh. It's a ridiculous name.
Probably.
Marvelous.
No, I mean it. It is genuinely ridiculous. She is
David
marrying
Ginola.
Templeton Colt Steel.
You were not joking. That is
Steel.
a ridiculous name.
Wait, can I ask, did Templeton Colt still make his money in shavers?
No, arms. He's in the arms trade.
No.
Oh.
What, like Colt?
Yeah.
Samuel Colt.
Yes.
Let me guess, he bought the middle name.
Oh,
Oh, Colt as in Colt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
like
Oh,
a horse, like a young male horse.
yeah. Yeah. Listen,
Okay,
Done.
walking back from Badger's place back to the ship. I say to Isaac, $20, we get in trouble on this one.
Hang on, I made you that bet last time, and I won. You still have to pay up.
I take 20 from the stack of money I got, hand it to him. Line 40.
I want your share of that shuttle we sold, remember?
Um,
I
Yeah.
already paid you.
Yeah.
but by the way, what was the daughter's
At this
name? I
point-
think I missed it.
Liliana Steele.
Oh.
Not Vess, but Steele.
I'm pretty sure I've already paid you at this point.
Sorry,
Well,
Fairchild.
yeah, that's it.
Liliana Fairchild.
It's Fairchild
She-
now. It's
it
going
will
to be
Steele
Steele.
shortly.
Right, well, that was an enjoyable meeting with a petty thief with delusions of standing.
Yep. It does actually say, for Templeton Steele, his distant ancestor was indeed Samuel Colt.
Yeah, of course it was.
Really?
Of course it was. He keeps telling himself that.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
But yes, he made his fortune by selling weapons to the Alliance military. And has been
Fantastic.
working with Fairchild, bribing various people, and he also owns a lot of land on Persephone, which have quite a large amount of minerals underneath, which he obviously owns the rights to, which is
Does this entire family just own Persephone?
pretty much.
Great. Okay, fine. As we come back to the ship, I inform our other crewmates. Well, guys, we're going to be transporting a princess for some stuck-up people working for the Alliance, and that means, Eliza, please don't sell us out on this one.
Is
No
Jack
comments.
there? All right.
She just looks disappointed at you. That you would think she would do the same stupid mistake twice.
In a
Jax
row.
looks back more disappointed.
Oh god, she will. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
so. That was terrible and I loved it.
Love it.
Yeah, I kind of
Be a Liliana of the Veil.
She's going to be OP as heck, that's what you're telling me, right?
Yeah.
I kind of lean forward and like, are we just delivering her to this wedding, or are we getting to attend? Are we going
you
to
want
attend
to
if I'm
attend?
using proper English? Well, as in,
Hoping we don't have to attend, but
Well, you'll be on board the liner, even if you're not invited to the ceremony. There's going to be a lot of partying, and a lot of the liner is going to be taken up with the guests of the wedding.
okay, so maybe not the actual wedding, but there's probably enough booze, if that's what you're asking.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we stock up on necessary supplies, and we head out to the location that we need to pick her up from.
Well, she's going to meet you at the ship in the dead of night.
Why is she meeting us at the ship? Oh, our ship, right.
Your ship, yeah.
And we need to transport her to...
Cruise liner.
Is that orbiting
Which is
Persephone, or
a
is that...
spaceship. It's a little ways out. It's inter-system travel.
So only a few hours? Or a
Couple
few
of
days? Okay.
You've got a week to get her there. It should take about 4 or 5 days.
We'll be good. Okay, well... I'll try to stay awake, waiting in the at the cargo at the entrance of the cargo ramp, but I'll probably fall asleep like halfway through.
Yeah, she's going to meet you at midnight. Is the arrangement you made with Badger in the end?
I'll be there. I'll be awake.
Yep. So, would anybody like to know anything more about Liliana at this point?
I mean, knowing my operate skill, I'll probably try to find something on the Cortex and just stumble upon a gossip site after a gossip site. So
Yeah.
I
How big
probably
of a
don't get
celebrity?
anything useful.
Sorry, I didn't hear that other question.
How big of a celebrity are we talking?
Well, the gossip sites and things like that are hyping this wedding as the wedding of the millennium.
Ah, So that's kind of big.
Yeah, it's probably more heat than I hoped. Actually, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Isaac's just going to sit waiting and sort of contemplate all the possible ways that this can go wrong.
I'm probably having a dream about that.
Yeah. Okay. So, at midnight, Liliana arrives in
I'm awake.
a sleek black stretch limo. Two other limos following, filled with bodyguards. And she is accompanied by her personal bodyguard and her wedding planner.
Okay.
Their names: the bodyguard is Seth Liang, and her wedding planner is Asante Okoro. I'll put those in chat for you.
Have I heard of Seth?
Yes, you have. Let me just find Seth's, because he has some information.
Did Badger inform us about the fact that we would be having 3 passengers instead of 1?
Yeah, he told you she would bring a small entourage with her.
Okay. I was going to say that we made preparations for that.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'd have to
Yes,
wing it.
you are aware of Seth. He was in the Alliance military. He received the Silver Citation Starburst for bravery under fire. So yes, he's got a good military record, which you're able to access.
I like him already.
He's very loyal to the Baron, having been born on the Baron's ranch.
How nice. Well, I welcome our guest. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you aboard.
Yeah, I'm just going to read the box text because this is absolutely brilliant.
Okay.
So Liliana's dressed in a silk suit by Ms. Liz of Osiris. She wears a mink throw over one shoulder, high heels, leather gloves, and a hat with a veil.
Okay.
So there we go. So yes, Liliana of the Veil.
Damn it.
Asante is dressed in a business suit. She's wearing dark glasses. She's just got a leather satchel and one piece of luggage. And Seth has a military-style duffel bag with him, with all of his bits in.
Okay.
Liliana, on the other hand, has a massive pile of luggage. She basically, as you try and introduce yourself, she just breezes past you into the cargo hold. Her bodyguards just start unloading the pile of luggage in front of the ship for you.
In front of the ship?
Yeah.
Guys, up the ramp. Just put it in the cargo hold. It's easier.
They finish unloading it and just get in the limos and leave.
They leave it just outside the cargo hold.
Yes.
Bunch of assholes. Okay, fine. Woo, Eliza.
Fine.
I've got a bit of a hurt wrist.
Fine, I'll do
use
it.
your other hand.
Should I be helping our guests, making them settle in and stuff?
No, that's my job. And I walk off.
Okay, I'm not going to make you roll to see how well you lift all the stuff in.
I'm not lifting. I'm more lazily throwing it in. But
But
I
yes,
follow his apps and I don't help with the moving of stuff.
I'm kind of do the classic thing where I'm pretending to help, but I'm more just waiting for Eliza to do most of the work.
You're just milling around and basically
Yeah.
being useless.
So this is actually
Basically,
like a thing that I found out is that if people have bodyguards and they can't actually use them to carry things.
Yeah.
Because they need their hands free.
Fair point.
So yes, so she's Liliana's just stood in the cargo hold, looking around. She's basically got a massive sneer on her face and is just really not happy with the state of the cargo hold.
Thank you. Such a pleasure to have you. If you follow me, I'll escort you to your rooms.
Greetings, miss.
She's just like, I suppose it'll do. It's rather basic in here.
Am I able to hear this conversation?
Yeah, they're in the cargo hold. We see you.
All right. I kind of shout. I told you we needed a redesign, but you wouldn't listen.
She's
her
like,
problem?
she points at Wu and goes, "You, I like you. You can give me the tour."
Yes.
I kind of just hop along, and just like wave to Eliza, like,
And I just give you one of those looks like, don't screw this up.
Get carrying, Zaps.
I kind of do have my mouth wide open in kind of feigned indignation, like, me? What?
Well, I'm glad it's the other smooth talker at least. Yeah, I start helping Eliza and Isaac carrying his bags. Actually, no,
Just to clarify, her bodyguard has come on board as well, right?
He was following behind her. The bodyguard and the wedding planner are kind of they're at the top of the ramp at the moment.
Okay, because I have a little like eye-to-eye sort of assessment with him, where we look at each other. Like I look at him, he looks at me, and we're like, yeah, okay, we can make this work.
Yeah, he is very clearly armed, by the way.
Well, so is Isaac. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I just thought that might be worth. His weapon of choice is a double-edged sword, so he's got the sword over his shoulder.
No, as in it's a literal double-edged sword, not as in.
wow.
It's specifically a Jiang, I believe it is pronounced. One of the Chinese.
Oh, it's Chinese.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
medieval.
I can use them.
Oh.
On the plus side, Zaps, that means you don't have to worry about your problem with guns.
Good point.
Because it just mentions guns, it doesn't mention swords.
So I kind of look at the sword and sort of have a little think to myself. I'm like, I mean, could be useful. Probably won't be. I just sort of look down at my like shoulder holstered pistol. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't give him much of a chance against that. We don't have Jedi in this universe.
Nope. No, I'll just start helping packing that stuff up.
Yep. As you get the last couple of bags, a sudden camera flash goes off outside.
Isaac,
Yeah, I'll deal with it.
fetch.
I just look back at that look. It's like I don't appreciate you treating me this way. So I move towards the camera flash and I walk up to the offending person.
Yep. I would like you to roll physical and intimidate, please.
Ooh, I can do that.
Better than anyone we know.
Yep.
There's such a thing as intimidate?
I believe it goes as... it's not necessarily intimidate, it's...
I can't find it.
I
That's
believe
wrong.
it counts as influence, and then intimidate would be a subsection, sorry, yeah. Influence.
Right.
Physical and influence.
That makes sense.
Okay, so influence.
That's a D4 for you, probably.
D4 for me, yes. I'm also going to use my hired muscle distinction as a D8. And you're setting the stakes, right? Or am I just doing this?
I'm setting the stakes for you.
Okay.
Oh!
That's not quite
wow.
a full
No,
disaster.
That's a 3.
That's...
This is the paparazzi guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did anyone watch or played Grand Theft Auto 5, the paparazzi mission? Because it reminds me of that guy who's just so incompetent.
Oh, the guy who's all high and mighty about what he's doing.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, so this is only a 3. This isn't even a 4.
Yeah.
I actually want to also. So I'm going to take hired muscle at. I'm not going to activate the trigger. I'm going to activate it as a D4.
Yeah.
Because I'm basically, I'm not used to this kind of thing in my line of bodyguarding work. I'm used to, the whole bullets flying and shooting people thing. So I'm just going to try and keep quiet and let my muscled physique do the talking.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to put
Threaten them
in
with the shovel.
a D8 for my augmented reality shades, because I will scan their face and find out their name and use that if I need to.
Yep.
So, wow, it's like raining pretty heavily here suddenly. So that is 13.
Nice.
Yep.
But I guess you would D8 that big damn hero die.
Oh yes, it does.
Yep.
Lovely. And I get a plot point.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
So I walk up to the guy and I put my hand out in front. And I'm like, no pictures, and I scan them, and I'm like, and I get their name, and I'm like, you there, person's name goes here.
Yep.
If you don't stop taking those pictures straight away, we're gonna have to confiscate them.
Can I hear him saying this?
Yeah. They're not that far
Confiscate it
away.
anyway.
They're pretty incompetent.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to confiscate this photo. We're gonna have to confiscate your whatever the hell he's taking pictures with.
Yes,
Camera, yeah.
Just take it.
The guy is a bit stunned. He seems to have blinded himself with his own camera flash.
That's impressive.
I take the camera. All right, this is just going to be for flavor, but like I pull the film reel out the back, and then I just step on it anyway. And then I hand him back
Smash
the
it
camera.
on the ground.
And so I take the camera, I take the film out, put it on, which ruins it. Put it on the floor, steps in it, grinds into the dust, and then hand him back the empty camera.
Yep.
It's dark. Probably not a good.
Well, we're in the Firefly universe, so
Yeah.
no memory cards. So.
And-
Yeah, I was
Whatever.
about to say, would
So
it be...
I break the memory card.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so you get the last of the luggage on board.
As the guy is still standing there stunned.
Yep.
I close the ramp. Have a nice day.
Yep.
I come back to the ship and I'm like, right, that's dealt with. Let's get all this stuff on board and closed up before we get more of it.
Yep. Agreed. Isaac. Sorry
Yes.
about the fetch comment. Heated moment.
That's all right.
So yeah, so the luggage is on board. I presume Zaps is off to the bridge to actually fly the ship.
Yep. Taking off.
Sorry, guys, I have to be right back. Take my windows open. This rain is insane.
Okay.
I mean, I considered it, Falk. I considered it. I considered just picking him up, locking him in one of the cabins, and letting him out afterwards, but lawsuit and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, this week this episode we are traveling on the what was it? I had a name. I had a nice name for it. Crap.
The crap? Well, that's not a great name for that.
That's not a nice name at all.
What's your ship? It's crap. No, literally.
The
It's
Dragonfly.
crap, yeah.
We're flying the Dragonfly right now.
The
Dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
For anybody who doesn't know, we basically I've renamed the ship all the damn time. It's actually called the Daedalus, but I think last episode it was the Orion.
Yes.
Now it's the Dragonfly.
That's one of the reasons why Badger wanted you guys for this, because your ship changes names so often.
And
Yeah,
nobody
I kinda
seems to
figured.
notice
Sorry, I'm
anyways.
I figured that was the case. Oh, I need to open the sheet of the ship actually, so I have that.
Yeah,
also.
that may come up later, depending on how far we get.
No, we've called our ship is currently called the Dragonfly for this episode.
That works.
Yep. So while they were loading, Seth is looking after Liliana. Asante says she's very tired and asks to be shown to her quarters.
That's the wedding planner, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the actual wedding planner.
Yeah.
Sorry, who did she ask?
Whoever's standing around. So obviously, you've got Woo's obviously there, about to give Liliana a tour. So she asks Woo, I suppose.
Yeah, I assume I've been briefed on where they're sleeping and
Yeah,
everything.
you've got spare cabins and stuff.
Okay.
They're not particularly nice, but they're there.
Yeah, so I'm kind of sucking up to her and be like, I'm assuming that Asante is kind of a well-known wedding planner, as in.
She's not that well known, I believe. Let's have a look.
I mean,
Cortex.
let's be completely honest. How many wedding planners does anybody here know?
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of socialite culture, people like, oh yeah, you're the famous wedding planner.
No, she is definitely not famous.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Good friend of hers, I think.
I am actually going to run her through the Cortex then.
Okay, let's see. I think I have a.
Because I was thinking that Wu might be the kind of person who would know if Asante was a famous wedding planner.
You're a big reality TV show fan.
Seems like that kind of person. Let's be honest.
Mental and operate.
For the reality shade.
Let me just prep the stakes.
Exactly. There are well-known wedding planners.
D8 plus D4 for operate, plus D8 for the shades.
You need to beat 8.
You probably can.
Chuck in there, not really. Yeah, that's about it.
Ooh, 14.
14.
14.
Get a next.
That is another big damn hero dice, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
D10 in this case. I think.
D10 this time round.
Yeah.
That was a
Nice.
very difficult roll for you to beat. Because the D10 was the difficulty dice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
nice.
I have to copy that to put one back up the top.
I'm really good at Googling.
So yeah, I mean, you find loads of videos of her attending weddings, a massive long list of satisfied customers. She's not famous, but there's loads of this stuff out there for her.
She's good at her job.
Yeah, but there's something strange. Other than the wedding planner stuff, there is no information on her. Other than a very, very basic bio.
Uh-oh. Like, I don't know
She's
this.
a plant.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I might have to go and have a chat with her at some point. Alright.
So yeah.
So, the tour, like...
Yep. So, I presume you take Asante to her quarters first.
Yeah.
Are we airborne?
Probably. I'm taking, doing the pre-flight checks and everything.
Right. I'll close up the ramp.
Yeah.
We haven't already?
I'm just making sure that everyone knows that I've closed the ramp in case someone tries to get on board again.
Oh god, I'm not going to make you guys just take off into Atmo with the ramp open. And
That's not the
suffocate
part we're
yourself.
worried about.
I'm not the one flying this. That's not a problem. We got a relatively competent.
Yes.
I look around.
If there's any bounty hunters in the cargo hold, is that what you're looking for?
With a relatively competent pilot.
It's the D10. That makes me a relatively competent pilot.
I'm saying in terms of everyone else on board, the relatively competent pilot. The word "relatively" is key here.
one thing that does catch your eye, Isaac,
Yes.
is that while they were sort of all looking around, Asante did sort of have a long, lingering gaze at Zaps, particularly when he was bending over to pick up the luggage.
Oh,
Red's
God.
expression was priceless when you said that. I'm gonna watch that back later.
Wait, what?
Your eyes, you had a sudden moment in your eyes where you were like a rabbit in headlights, and you were like, oh dear.
I mean, admittedly, this part of the plot is written for her to have a crush on Mal, if you're playing the actual ones, but I thought it's just really, really funny to just transpose this directly to Zaps.
Oh
Oh,
Oh, because Saps looks nothing like Mel.
Oh my god.
Oh.
There is a reason for it, but yes, so she's you just catch that, notice that she's just sort of a long lingering gaze. So yeah, you sort of obviously get Liliana comfortable for takeoff, and then once you're in Atmo, you can give her the tour.
Sorry, I need to post that in chat also. Because the rest also needs to be able to grab that.
I just pasted a GIF into yeah.
Yeah, that's now loading for everybody on stream.
Yep.
Sometime, maybe. There we go. Ah, yes, that one.
I feel like
Look at that. He's so good.
such a good actor.
Right. So I'm actually gonna go and find Zaps.
Well, it's
who will
not
be in
a
the
hard
cockpit,
look. I'll be in the
presumably.
cockpit.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing, just before Wu does take Asante to her quarters, she does sort of flirt ever so slightly with Zaps, and just sort of, maybe you could show me the bridge later?
Yeah, sure, of course. Zaps is completely clueless at this point. If you like, I didn't know you had an interest in spaceships.
She said, I'd love to see where the magic happens.
That's one word for it. And as I walk off, Zaps thinks, finally somebody who appreciates my flying around here.
Isaac's
He hasn't
like,
flown with you yet.
Isaac's adopting a neutral expression that he's had to adopt many times since coming on board the boat, where he wants to facepalm harder than is physically safe and healthy, but he can't.
yeah,
Because of work obligations.
yeah, Wu looks like she's just swallowed a very bitter lemon.
To be honest, Falk, I assume that's how you always look.
To be fair, yeah,
Hey, we've met him. That's not what he looks like.
No, I mean the character.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, Isaac, you also notice Seth looking a little appreciatively at your training gear in the cargo hold for sort of weight training and whatever
Yep.
you use to keep yourself in tip-top
Punching
physical
bag.
condition.
Oh, are we getting 2 romances this session?
Hey, I'm up for it.
Romance and a bromance. Or just 2 romances and actually in
and
here.
I'll show him my sword later.
he just nods at you and asks if you would be okay with him using the equipment to train as well.
Yeah, no, you're more than welcome to.
What are you gonna do, Neff? Tell him to get down?
He can look after himself, Saps. He's capable.
Sorry.
So, Wu, where are you going to take Liliana on the tour?
I don't know. Probably just because I'm guessing the ship is not really crammed with amenities.
No, you've got a base, a bit like Serenity has. You've got the basic little kitchen area.
Yeah,
somewhere
as
you
in
can hang out.
This is my drinks closet.
Yeah, yeah. As
No,
in,
no, I said closet, not cabinet.
yeah,
And,
uh,
you could always show her the engine room and the bridge, maybe.
yeah.
but
As in, it's just a functional ship. It's not like a cruise ship or a.
absolutely not.
Well, well, yeah.
You are a salvage ship, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
space devoted to cargo holds
Yes.
and things like that. The actual crew space is fairly limited.
Yeah, so I'm kind of because I Wu is probably very aware that Liliana wouldn't be very interested in it. She's like, yeah, this is just stuff, and I'm kind of more chatting to her, trying to get into a good books because Wu definitely knows who this is,
Yeah.
and it's she may be quite starstruck, so she's kind of sucking up a little bit and like, oh, I saw you do those pictures in like Serenity Vogue or whatever.
Yeah.
Like verse Vogue. And that's what I'm kind of. So I'm not like the tourist. Just I'm kind of walking on like, oh, here's the inner room. But I really like those that piece you did on about world peace and or whatever. You know what celebrities try and do.
Well, the thing that you do know about her is that she is very passionate about. That's the wrong character sheet.
It's gonna be cats, isn't it?
No, it's not cats.
Damn it.
It should be with this one down here. She does a lot of charity work trying to help poor people. That's one of the things she's quite well known for.
Oh. We don't classify as poor anymore, so bummer.
Yeah. So she's not all bad. She does have, she's trying to do her best. But she does ask you though if you ever get used to the smell.
Yeah, I'm like, I kind of go, what smell? Yeah. It takes, and I kind of go, look, someone of your social standing probably wouldn't, but we will try and make this as quick as possible. If you need any kind of like aromas or anything, I'll try and find something. But I'm sorry, I can't promise anything. But it's either this or get caught with the paparazzi. So, ends must.
So yeah, she's sort of showing her around. She does sort of seem very uncomfortable. One thing you do notice is that Seth is almost always permanently behind her. In fact, almost closer than Isaac would usually follow Zaps. He's really taking this job seriously. That's terrible, so. I just saw that. Woo! Oh, I love those photo shoots in the magazines you did. Liliana, you mean the upskirt ones when I was getting out of the car? Oh dear.
No comment. No comment.
No comment. Our client can give no comment at this time, please.
There is actually in this that specifically if you are playing as the Firefly crew, at this point Jane just is. I'll be in my bunk. So there we go. That's what Jane would be doing in this scenario. But yeah, one thing when you get to the med bay, would Eliza be at the med bay at this point, or would she just be hanging out somewhere else?
Probably. She'd want to make sure that everything is tidied up before we take off on another, let's call it a mission or a job.
Yep.
She wants to make sure that she has everything stocked, she has complete inventory.
Yeah.
Maybe put in some of the purchases she made while on Persephone.
So when they get there, you find she's sort of quite interested in some of the machinery and is asking lots of questions, getting quite close to you. Sort of trying to find out how it all works. What it's all for.
Yeah, I try and be patient and explain it, but
Yep.
I'm on my best behavior because otherwise, airlock.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then it's Wu obviously sees that your fuse is shortening with her. So
Yeah, I'm kind of I have a bit of expression of a bit of glee on my face that Eliza's getting quite annoyed by this. Like, so I'm not trying to intervene. If I was a responsible person, I would say maybe we should carry on. But I'm like, yeah, let's just stick here for a while until she wants to go on.
Let's see this tower fall down.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate description.
Yeah, and so she's chatting away, and then once she's sort of finished her questions, she says, "Thank you very much for showing me everything," and holds out a hand to shake yours.
I just shake her hand.
Yeah, but what she does is she sort of clasps your hand with both of her hands and does quite a firm handshake. And then, as they leave the room, you realise that she has
Oh, private message,
left you a little message.
which only you can see.
Ah.
Hopefully that has shown up to somebody.
It has shown up to me. I
Ah,
can
it
see
hasn't
it.
shown up to me, so that works.
That works, yes.
Yay!
Technical not difficulties.
Ha! -1 fail.
So anybody watching the stream can see the note as well, because I had to access it on screen.
Yeah.
But at
by
the
the way,
moment, only Jack knows the content of that note.
Would I be able to notice that she's passed something on?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't show it either.
No, but I meant, would I be aware that she's like handing a message over?
She's
I
had,
wouldn't know
she's
what
had
was
to
on
do
it, but-
this without Seth noticing.
Okay, and I'm guessing Seth has quite a high notice.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. Does the tour also take them past the cockpit or
What?
the bridge?
It could do if Keeb wants to. Yeah, why not? Why not?
There-
Well,
there-
it,
there's
was,
a-
it was Asante that wanted to see the bridge. Liliana,
Oh.
not quite so bothered.
Okay.
I was hoping that the tour went past the bridge and it could say, "Ah, welcome. This is apparently where the magic happens."
Apparently.
I mean, yeah, they
Well, this is where the magic happens.
Let's say we kind of walk past it. We don't stop. So you're able to like see us go past, assuming the ship's built in that way where you could.
Yeah,
It's-
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just kind of shoot look like, what the? Shaking my head, just like yeah. No, don't say anything.
Anything else before we?
So you continue with the tour as normal. That's kind of what needed to happen on the tour. So
Okay. If that's the tour and nobody else has anything else they want to do, I say we take off. I mean, we're probably taking off as I speak.
well, I assumed the tour was sort of once you'd taken off. Kept
Yeah,
it
yeah.
comfortable for
Oh, yeah. No, then
sat her down somewhere for takeoff because that can be a bit rough, and then
Yeah, that's fair.
did the tour while you were in space. Because trying to do the tour while she's wearing high heels around a ship with lots of metal gratings whilst taking off in atmo, probably
Fair
not
enough.
the best idea.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So yeah, so you can set course and then you're free to leave the autopilot on.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm going to go find Zaps before he has a chance to show off his cockpit.
Yep.
And just sort of walk in and be like, so, what do you think of them?
Well, I'll be honest. Liliana isn't as bad as I had feared. Seth seems familiar. Asenka seems nice.
What's her name?
Asante.
Santi, sorry.
Can't even get her
Santi.
name right. That's not a good start.
I mean,
They call him the Wanderer.
yeah,
He roams from town to town.
never picking up on any hints.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna carry it with just like, okay, so their bodyguard knows what he's doing. I don't really hold with his methods.
I was gonna say the sword
Doesn't seem efficient to me, but
seems good old fashioned.
it's got to be, it's got uses. It's got intimidational, and maybe in high society, guns are less prominent at that level. But I wouldn't know. I've not been there.
I guess cutting
Anyway.
a hat man in half. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Those two seem, if either of them's going to cause trouble, it'll be her.
No. She seems completely harmless.
You mark my words.
I'll bet you $30 she doesn't cause us any trouble.
Done. Shake hands. And while we're on that note, her wedding planner has no footprint. She's clean. I can't get anything on
I thought we were talking about the wedding planner when I made that bet.
No, that was Liliana.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
I said
That's
her.
not-
I was talking about the pair of Seth and Liliana.
No, those two and Liana's like, okay, fine, that's...
I think Zaps has got a gambling problem. Just going to say it now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take advantage of that.
How do you think Zap's got the funds to buy the Deadless in the first place?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Let's cement that. So I'm calling it right now that due to my information that I have, her wedding planner is going to be some sort of problems for us.
And that's the person I'm making a bet on. Like, no. She seems like a sweet young lady. I don't think that's going to be any trouble.
Yeah. So I make the bet, and then I'm like, she's got no digital signature. She's got no footprint. Nothing.
I hate you so much.
Just hand over the cash.
I'm just there with that neutral.
I hand him over the cash right there.
Do you wanna fetch me that cash, Zaps?
Asanti is in her
Fetch
early
you that
30s.
cash. I have the cash
if
in
you
my
want an
pocket. I
age.
still have the stuff we got from back.
Sorry, what's that, Keeve? I was making a dick.
Valk was asking how old Asanti was. She's in her 30s.
Ah, interesting.
That's younger than Zaps is, clearly. Zaps probably somewhere in his 40s.
I didn't actually give you the full description of her.
Oh, please do.
She has ebony black skin, elegantly shaped head that she keeps shaved, which makes her brown eyes seem much, much larger than they are.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay.
She had a shaved head.
Yeah.
Anyway, something is up with her. Either she's had her signature scrubbed by someone, or she never had one to begin with.
Keep an eye on her, if you can.
Oh, I will. And I'll head out and sweep the ship and do what I usually do.
Okay.
So we're on our way.
Yep.
So, at a point in time when Isaac and Seth would probably be in the hold using the weights and stuff and training, where would Liliana be then? In her room, or?
Yeah, probably in her room or in the crew section. Just having a meal. I mean, the quarters I assume are going to be fairly cramped, so probably just sort of hanging out in sort of your little living area.
Yeah.
Asanti will be with her, planning stuff and keeping an eye on her.
Okay. So
Apologies for that.
I will go find Saps and show him the note discreetly.
Okay.
Let me show that to Zaps.
So while this is going on, Seth and Isaac are just like, there's that scene where Book and Jane are lifting weights together. And it's very it's very reminiscent of that.
That's exactly what that's meant to be. Right, you should be able to see that now, Zaps.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I look at a lot. So you walk up to me and you show me that note?
Yeah, and as I show it to you, I say that Liliana gave this to me without anyone else knowing it.
Okay,
And
that's
I look at him and I say, "Are you gonna distract Asante while I talk to Liliana?" I want to figure out if she's in trouble.
I'm trying to think if Zaps would do that. That's the tricky part.
This sounds really interesting to those of us that have no idea what this is about.
Yeah. He can I ask, what rating is this stream?
Look, we can fade to black. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was actually going to say, I would assume, having said that Asante would be with Liliana, I would assume that Wu has probably ingratiated herself and is trying to help as well.
I would guess Wu to be there as well. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
figure out
probably
what's
do that.
going on, but don't make any promises yet.
No. I was gonna ask for your guidance no matter what, but I'm guessing that we don't want Asante to know that Liliana is talking to us about this.
Let's assume that for now. I want to see what's going on.
Okay.
Don't
So-
forget, we do have a deal with Badger.
I know. You made a deal, we'll keep it.
Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies.
So, am I gonna tell Asante that you wanted her on the bridge or what?
Sure. She seemed interested in seeing the bridge.
Oh yeah, you should come in and invite her.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that to you, didn't I?
What?
While we were talking,
Yeah, you didn't mention that.
I forgot to mention that.
You genuinely forgot. Let's assume Isaac forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
I like it more if he doesn't know anything about that. No, I go into the common area and I grab myself a cup of coffee and halfway through last. Asante, you wanted to tour the bridge, right?
Yes, I'd love to see the bridge. Would you be giving me a personal tour?
Yes, of course. I don't think anybody else here knows the bridge quite as well as I do.
A captain in touch with his ship. Excellent.
I love how he calls it the bridge.
Well, it's not a cockpit. It's a bit bigger than that. It probably has 2 or 3 seats.
Do you steer the ship from it?
I'm starting to think I'm missing the joke here.
If you steer from it, it's generally a cockpit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's a cockpit. No, wait, what? Never mind. Trying to figure out what the bridge. What's the difference between the bridge and the cockpit in that case? But
Well,
But the bridge tends to be the general area.
the bridge would have a sort of, what's the word? Command area?
Yeah, because
captain's chair.
Captain's chair and
in
things.
Star
yeah.
Trek, it's like that's a bridge.
yeah, okay. In this case, it's probably a cockpit.
But then the bridge of a sailing ship is just the place with the wheel, and the
Yeah,
place where the
exactly.
captain stands. So it's fairly interchangeable. I think cockpit tends to be a little bit more enclosed, but it's
Well,
kind
we're
of
in space.
yeah. It's yeah. I think for spaceships it's fairly interchangeable because cockpit tends to be for planes, bridge for ships. So
I always see cockpit as a far more confined space than a bridge, which is usually a bit more expansive. I consider the one on the Serenity a bridge more than a cockpit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright then.
But I'm fine with calling it a cockpit. That's not a problem.
Otherwise, fine.
So yeah. So what we'll do, if you take Asante to the bridge or cockpit,
Mhm.
whatever we like, we'll go through what you want to do with Liliana, and then we'll pick up and come back to what's going on with Asante and Zaps on the bridge.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So over to you then, Jack.
Okay. So, not as soon as they're out the door, but
Right.
Wait.
Reminder that I'm there.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
And I look at you and tell you to. I wouldn't say get lost, because I'm not that mean, but I was like, hey Wu, could you go find me? I have this magazine in my quarters that had some really nice dresses. Could you go find it?
So why am I trying to find it?
Because I'm pretty sure you borrowed it.
I'm pretty sure I didn't. And plus, if it's your quarters, why didn't you go and find it? I don't want to go in that sty of yours.
Hey, my quarters are tidy.
Eloquent.
I do have this picture of Woo's being she's painted it white and it's perfectly minimalist, and then just little alcohol bottles lined up on every shelf.
What's good?
So whoa, sorry, little.
It's the large 2-liter bottles just standing there in a row. Most of them empty.
It's one of your distinctions to drunk at
Yeah.
some point.
Fine. So, I sit down next to Liliana and I say, so this note that you gave me.
Wait, would Liliana be comfortable discussing that while I'm there?
Or both of the people she's trying to hide this from are gone, so yes.
Oh, okay.
And as soon as Wu looks towards me, because of course Wu has no clue about this note, I'm like, hush you.
I kind of raise an eyebrow.
Liliana's like, see, you'll help.
I need to know what's going on before I can promise anything at all.
Okay. So, Liliana tells you that she's fallen in love with one of her father's... what's his role? Ah, yes. He is one of her father's horse trainers.
Of course he is.
And she's fallen in love with him. She absolutely loathes Templeton Steele. He's a slimy, disgusting man.
To be honest, I don't know anything about him apart from his name, and already I dislike him. So.
Her father is making her marry him because her father wants the mineral rights from his land. And to that end, her father found out about Daniel Blake and is holding him hostage so that she will go through with this.
I'm guessing Daniel Blake is the stable hands.
Yes, sorry, I forgot to give you his name.
Horse trainer.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, horse trainer.
Yeah. And also was teaching her how to ride. That's how she met him.
Oh yeah.
So, you
So
know,
was it Daniel
fairly
Blake?
typical story there.
God damn it, Red.
I'm sorry.
And yeah, basically
What?
she will do anything to get out of this wedding with Steele. She is terrified of him. You know, as you're talking, sort of the haughty face, this sort of mask of distaste that she's had of not liking the ship and everything has kind of fallen apart, and you sort of
Genuine terror
you're
shows.
realizing genuine terror and fear. You know, she's really upset about this. You know, and when she talks about Daniel, you can tell she really genuinely cares for the guy.
Crud.
She says that if you can help her, she hasn't got any money, but on the morning of the wedding, Templeton was going to give her a gift of a diamond and sapphire necklace that is worth an absolute fortune.
Wait, when you say she doesn't have any money, do you mean as in
Nothing
all the
on
money?
her that she can pay you. All her bank accounts and stuff are controlled by her father. So,
okay.
you know, if she didn't show up to the wedding, you know, she probably wouldn't be able to access those bank accounts after.
Yeah, no,
a few
that's fair
hours.
enough. That's fair enough.
But she says, you know, if you can get her to the wedding, the morning of the wedding, she will be given this necklace, and then if you can help her escape before the actual wedding, she will give you guys the necklace as payment.
And as she's telling this story, Eliza is just reeling internally. She's not showing anything on her face, but she's like, crud. Because she really doesn't want Red or Sap to betray his deal, because she has been told that Zap's made a deal, and again, best behavior or airlock.
Yeah.
And
We-
also, it doesn't make sense for her to actually try and betray the crew, because even though she might badmouth them, she's also trying to. Actually, she likes them. So.
Yeah.
She says as well, you will also have to help rescue Daniel, because obviously he's being held captive.
We can kind of see Eliza's face kind of falling, and she's smiling a little bit. She's kind of enjoying this. Let's just say that Wu doesn't hold grudges a little bit, especially Eliza trying to betray the crew. She hasn't fully forgiven Eliza yet for that.
I don't think anybody has, to be honest.
Also,
To be fair.
apparently at this point, the ship's cat has detected that Liliana is upset and has sat on her lap and started
Aww.
Wait, really?
You have a cat?
Yeah.
purring. Yeah,
course
you
we
do.
What's it called?
Tesla.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
oh, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
You wanted to be part of the adventure, so.
Yeah, it's like on the opening credits, you got like and Tesla playing themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's the one person who has Tesla as Tesla.
The ship's cat.
There's always one actor for some
Yeah.
reason who has that in there. Is that because they're theater actors? I never figured that out.
Yeah. So that's Liliana's sob story.
Damn it. So, after she's told me all of this, I go, I can't promise anything, but I'll go talk to the captain.
And she does make it very clear that Seth and Asanti are not to know.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously Seth
and
is very loyal to her father.
I sort of got that impression, so of course I tried to keep it secret from them.
That makes me wonder about Asante now, if she's can't be told.
Well, she just doesn't want anybody outside of this knowing, really. She's not quite sure whether she can trust Asanti or not.
Oh,
Because
fair enough.
obviously Asanti is fairly heavily invested in having this wedding go ahead. This is the wedding of the millennium, after all, that she's planning.
Good for her reputation.
So I walk towards the. Did we decide on calling it a cockpit?
Yeah, let's call it the cockpit.
Whatever.
And
So,
I knock on the door before entering,
Yep.
because I'm guessing the door is shut.
Yes. While you guys were talking, obviously Asanti was getting the full tour. She's very flirtatious with Zaps, but also at the same time she keeps looking very closely at some of the bridge controls and, just sort of casually asking what various things do and occasionally trying to poke the odd control and things like that.
Zaps is being very courteous, explaining everything, trying to keep her from touching anything important. And he's being his affable self, not outright flirting with her, just being nice.
Yeah.
He probably still hasn't completely caught on yet. He's like, is she? Nah, of course not. Right?
So we've established that our smooth talker is incredibly oblivious.
Yes.
To advances of the opposite sex, yes.
You wait, I'm still down in the fucking cargo hold with the last samurai over there.
But yes, so you do sort of notice that her interest in some of the bits of the bridge, she seems to be particularly looking at communications equipment, things like that.
So it is something that pops that they notice.
Yeah.
Okay,
She
I'll
obviously
follow
asks
that.
about some of the other bits, but sort of quite a lot of detail about the communications console, and she gets quite close to it, sort of really peering at that. Seems to be very interested in it.
Okay, so this is something even Zaps notices.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll fly that away for later.
Yeah, and while this is all going on as well, Isaac is obviously training with Seth. And yeah, Seth, sort of telling you a little bit about the days in the military, being at Serenity Valley, things like that.
Oh, you were at Serenity Valley. That's where they everything turned, right?
Yep.
I heard a lot about that. I was in hospital, getting reconstructed.
Seth's like, yeah, I know what that's like. I was wounded there.
Now, if you're breathing heavily in your mic, I don't know if there's
Sorry,
anything
I'm trying to move
about
it so
that.
it's not.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I keep having to adjust mine because Tesla keeps trying to move it back into my face.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, no, I was at the second Battle of Verbena. That didn't end well for anyone.
Ooh, Seth is, yeah, he's heard about Verbena and, yeah. He asks if you've received any commendations or medals.
Oh, nothing special.
Yeah, he leaves it at that. He doesn't bring up his own. He's just, you know.
Polite.
We did our jobs, man. We did our jobs.
Yep. All for the good of the Alliance. And I sort of stopped talking so much after that. Just go back to doing task at hand. But I am going to ask him quickly. Be like, so, what's it like working with? Oh God, I've forgotten her name. Liliana.
Liliana, yeah.
He just sighs. It's like endless trouble. That girl, always some tabloid journalist catching her with her knickers down, or this, that, and the other. Various different clubs, and then when she's not doing that, we're some god awful backwater moon trying to help the poor, and they're mobbing her, trying to get more money. He's like, if I didn't owe her father so much, I would not be doing this, man.
It's a nightmare tactical scenario. I don't envy you that one. What are you laughing at?
I like the phrasing on that sentence. Tactical
is.
nightmare
There
scenario.
could be
Tactical
anyone in
scenario nightmare.
It could be anyone in that crowd. Yes, I'll be like, yeah, this job's not been much better. You know,
Who are you actually guarding?
principal's the captain on the boat.
Why does he even need a bodyguard?
I don't know, man. Orders are orders, though, right? Yeah.
He's like, yeah, tell me about it.
No, I'll I'll tell you one thing. I'm kind of getting to like it on this boat. It's been interesting. We've had our share of encounters. Nothing we couldn't handle, but it's always getting that little bit worse. It's a dangerous universe out there, and I don't know when I'll be moving on.
He just grunts and continues his workout. He's a man of few words, is Seth.
Mm.
That's probably the longest conversation he's had in about 10 years.
Nice.
Right. Okay, Zaps.
Yes.
As a result of your little bridge tour with Asante, I need you to set some stakes for me.
Oh, what do you need me to do?
Well, Asante is flirting incredibly heavily.
Okay,
and
so Zaps is catching all mine.
Yeah. So this is basically a roll to see if Asante is going to succeed in getting back to your quarters or not. So you can roll social influence or mental and trick.
So she's trying to get to my quarters.
Yeah. She likes you.
And she wants to have you along as well. I mean, don't forget that part. She doesn't just want the bigger bed.
Okay, I'll roll. I was being like, does Zaps really care? But no, he probably, if he notices something's up, he'll probably not want to go with it.
It's a way of giving you a little bit more information, but I also just find it quite funny. I just like the fact that Zaps is her taste in men. You know, genuinely, she is. She's maybe used it to her advantage a little bit to see the bridge, but you know, her taste in men is Zaps, and she's very happy with that.
I mean, I am irresistible.
There's no accounting for taste.
No, really not. So, okay, what stakes do you need me to set?
So, as I say, you can roll social influence or mental and trick.
I will take social influence. And I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I could use. Aside from that, I don't think there is, actually. I think it's just 2d10. Because none of my distinctions really apply here.
Nope.
I mean, I could make... I'm thinking if Shady Businessman would work, because if she's trying to trick me, I'd notice, but...
It's a shame you're not down in the cargo bay with us working out, then you could have your fear of guns!
Yeah. and there'd be the spare neon booty shorts, so...
Playing with
no,
the
I think I'll just go with 2d10.
Hey.
17, I'm okay
Wow.
with that.
Oh man, 12 and a jinx. Oh.
Huh.
Yeah. So, I mean, she gives it absolutely everything she's got.
And Zaps... I mean, the thing is she clearly trying to get me away from something or trying to get information out of me? Is she tricking me, or is she genuinely just trying to get end up in bed with me?
It does appear a little bit genuine.
But
I mean, you really can't tell.
Huh. I was hoping I could tell after this. Oh, by the way, I do get a D10.
Yes.
Big damn hair die.
Do you get them when you're setting the stakes?
That's a good question.
Actually, I don't think you do. Normally, it's the other way around. It's for this particular one, just because it's quite entertaining for how it works out.
Okay, fair.
Alright.
I'd like to use a plot point.
Yep.
To use that jinx of hers. To create an asset for myself.
Yep.
Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Or place a complication on her, I guess. It's not. It's really all the same.
Either way.
Yep.
Basically, she's eating out of my hand.
Yeah.
Maybe literally, but...
Thank you, Tesla. Tesla has just knocked over 2 large stacks of magic cards.
Nice.
Well,
And
sorting is fun.
just drooled all over Asante's character sheet as I was about to write on it. That's lovely. Thank you, Tesla. That's great. Well done, sir.
Critical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... And aside from that, I think I see no problem in moving this to the bedroom.
Yep. And yeah, fade to black. We'll be quite tasteful about this.
Okay, during...
Oh.
Trust me, you don't want me
Set the stakes.
doing that.
But yeah, you have a very enjoyable evening.
I kind of want to prod her for information during pillow talk afterwards.
This is exactly why this scenario exists.
Phrasing.
I said like, oh, you know what? They're right. Let's go.
Ban this sick filth.
You did also get an extraordinary success for this because of how much higher you were than me.
Exactly. So I was like, I can probably do
Yeah.
that.
So yeah, she's incredibly cagey about her past. She'll happily talk about wedding plannery type stuff, but you get a little from her about like the planet she grew up on. Oh, good, Tez is breaking my speakers now. Awesome. So she. Yeah, she. It did have a planet of origin, I'm sure, but I can't see it now. Oh,
Make one
Lilac.
up.
She grew up on Lilac. There we go.
Okay. What did your parents do?
She's very cagey about that. In the end,
Come on, it's me.
she does reveal that they were farmers on Lilac.
Okay. Anything else? I think Zaps is also bragging a bit about he's kind of a dangerous man, so she might be taking a risk here, and trying to pull out any comment about her, like how dangerous she might be.
She's very sort of stony faced on that. She just sort of, I can handle myself, but that's about all you get out of her.
Yeah. Okay.
And you sort of general pillow talk stuff. So she tries to keep things on information on you. Asks a little bit about takes the opportunity to ask you a little bit more about the ship. Where you got it from.
I'm probably lying through my teeth most of the time.
Yeah, I mean she's being a bit clumsy about it. She's
a bit flustered.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Okay, good.
Phrasing is everything.
Yeah. No.
And yeah, so she's a bit clumsier than she was on the bridge, and it's maybe not. There's been a little bit of alcohol and whatever involved, but she's still not letting her guard down very well.
No, okay, but neither am I.
Yeah, no, you're just cruising through this.
I'm making up stories about any questions she asks. I make up a story.
Yeah.
Just on the spot.
And she's loving it. Really is. She seems genuinely, she genuinely likes you.
Cool.
One thing you do find out, she's. I'm pretty sure Zaps probably is smoking a cigarette. Some sort of electronic one though, so it's not setting off any oxygen sensors.
Oh god, we get it. You vape.
Yeah.
I don't think Zaps actually smokes.
No.
I think it's
Something smoking.
But yeah. One thing you do discover though, she's not too worried about Liliana as a person. She's take her or leave her, but she sort of makes out, very much that this job is important to her and whatever. She's a little wary of Seth. Mostly all she's willing to talk about is sort of the wedding and looking forward to things about that.
okay. I try to see if she has any extra information on any of the big people involved. Steele, the Baron, people like that.
Nothing that you don't already know that she's willing to reveal anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, one thing that does happen though later at night, once you're both asleep, sort of early hours of the morning almost, she does cry out in her sleep as though she's having some nightmares.
I wake her up.
She's sort of, as you try to wake her up, she reacts very, very quickly, almost sort of combat-like reflexes, before she
good,
realises
she's
where she was.
She's Maggie Mark II.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh
say.
god.
Crap. That's great. No, fantastic. That went so well last time.
But yeah, she's a little bit shaken, but she's like, just a nightmare, nothing to worry about, and turns over to go back to sleep.
Okay. I turn around and after she's gone back to sleep, I get out of bed. I put on a shirt or something. And I leave my cabins for a while, and I'm going to try and see if I can send you a private message on this one.
Can I ask a question? How far apart is Zap's cabins from everyone else's?
Zaps has the nicest cabin, obviously. But yeah, they're a bit like, I'm assuming in the ship, they're a little bit like they are on Serenity in that they're all next to each other.
Alright. Can I be standing outside my cabin just kind of giving him a look as he gets out to like nodding my head, not saying anything?
Yeah?
So that basically returns the look. This room, like, oh, please, not now. How do I send you a message? I'm trying to figure out how.
To keep?
Yeah, to keep.
Just go /WGM/W space GM
GM.
space whatever you want.
Ah, okay.
After that.
Yep, okay.
Okay. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so...
After that, he goes back to his quarters and
Yep.
swings
So,
back.
because of kind of that, I'm assuming at this point that Jack and Wu haven't had chance to talk to you. I don't know if they filled in Isaac while you were having a nice romantic evening.
I probably would when he was not around either Seth. When he was not around Seth, basically.
Yeah, I think it's more Eliza's doing the filling in. I'm kind of not really caring as much about this.
You've still got that giant shit-eating grin on your face, though. Just
Yeah. Pretty much.
Sorry, what was happening? I was checking Twitter.
What?
Sorry, I was wondering if anything. Were you guys filling me in, or was that the day out? Did we do
No,
that
we're
the day
filling Isaac in
after? Ah, right.
as your bunk is rocking.
Yes. Okay.
What are you filling me in on?
The Liliana thing.
I'll be right back.
Ah, right, okay.
Keep going.
When you're not around Seth. And it's
I mean-
me. And I'm telling you basically everything that Liliana told me.
I knew this was going to be trouble. Okay, listen, we've still... The entire point of us doing this job was to get us in good with her dad, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm not advocating anything.
What's she going to give us for this?
The necklace that he was gonna give her, super valuable, lots of money.
Yeah, if we can sell it.
Yeah, we'll just pry it apart, sell the jewels individually.
You do know it's Wu's birthday soon. Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I already got you a bottle of whiskey.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Okay. Look, once Zaps has finished his secret rendezvous,
Not
It's
so
not that
secret, I would
secret.
imagine.
His sheet gymnastics.
he said sarcastically. We'll go and talk to him about this, but look, we all need to be careful about what happens here, because I don't know. The bodyguard seems to check out okay. Like he knows what he's talking about, but I can't find any information on the wedding planner. Like
And
she's a ghost. There's nothing, and that means someone with influence has well, no, that doesn't. That it means one of a few things. None of them are good for us. So if we want to wait,
Don't mind
Hang
me,
on.
I'm just setting some stakes with Red.
if we want to, I'm not gonna ask because I don't want to know.
I'm actually trying to. Let's see this works.
Are you going for round 3? Anyway,
Oh.
Maybe.
roll for endurance.
I was gonna say he needs to stop taking all that cardio in the hold.
Right. No. So this
Ah, damn, didn't work.
this situation is potentially explosive.
You don't have to
Wait.
tell me about it.
You mean she wants us to? One more time. What does she want us to do?
She wants us to, one, get her to the wedding and
Yeah.
get the gift from Templeton.
Yep.
Then she wants us to basically kidnap her in the eyes of Templeton to go and rescue her boyfriend from her dad. So basically we will become outcasts according to the social elite.
So what? We have 2 options here. Number 1, do the job, get paid. Get in good with Badger. Well, better with Badger and better with this Lord what's his face. Number 2, pariah ourselves and all for the.
For the slight chance that we might be able to sell this necklace.
And yada yada blah blah true love, yeah, whatever.
Yes.
You know what the problem is?
All the bullets with our names on it.
Well, apart from them, I know exactly which way Zaps is going to go on this.
He just got laid. He might not go the wrong way.
He just got laid. He's going to go the wrong way.
Crap. You're right.
Look. Okay, if this goes down, I'm going to have to shoot Last Samurai over there, and that's not going to be fun for anyone.
I can do it for you.
Yeah.
All right, can we just wait a sec? Are people able to see the stream?
Yeah, it does seem to have died somewhat.
It's frozen
break.
on my end.
Should we take a break there?
We'll take
Yeah,
a
let's-
quick break. I'll just take the stream down and bring it back up again.
Sounds good.
Back in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to the lavatory, so.
Yep.
Chatty, why you do this? I've just realised half the text has been cut off from Chatty for a while now on the stream, so that's a fail.
Do you need me to from my end?
No, it should
That
be
works.
alright. I've taken the stream down for a moment, and
By the way, do you want to put a complication on me for that last roll?
no, that's
I mean, you
fine.
don't have to.
I
Okay.
figure it kind of cancels out one of my complications.
Fair.
Okay, so the stream should be back up now. I'm just fiddling with Chatty to get that working.
I'm seeing people say signal. That's good.
Yep. I also have it live, but
Okay, people who are watching, what's the last thing you heard us talk about?
There we go. That's the setting I needed for Chatty. Right. Chatty is now correct and should be showing
right.
things nicely.
I've never been so happy with Dutch internet before.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's going to behave itself now. The local recording was still running, so fingers crossed
Okay,
that's okay.
cool. Just need to cut a break here.
Yeah.
Trying to the rolling, trying to have sex again. Okay, fine. Then you barely miss anything.
Right.
Yeah. So,
wait,
I am
didn't
back.
we explain to Nav?
yeah, so
what happened?
so Nav
Yeah,
and the others were
Chemistring
discussing-
says that Nav said that you knew exactly which way Red would go in this. Yeah, sure.
which is
Cool. So
pretty much
they've
up
missed
to date.
nothing.
I'm really curious what way you think Zaps is going to go on this.
But yeah, for people on stream, while that conversation was going on, you may have noticed. Hey, Valk's back. You may have noticed that Red and myself were having a little conversation privately via
Yes.
text, which is one of the advantages of doing it this way.
Yeah, we can just pass notes around.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, Red's little midnight wanderings resulted in something very interesting.
Mm.
Whether or not he chooses to share that with the crew is a different matter. Of course, that's whether the crew decides to share their information with Red as well. So, are you guys done with your discussion,
wait.
or have you got more to
No,
discuss?
Doesn't Red know because Eliza shared the notes?
The only thing that Saps actually knows is the fact that I shared the note.
Ah,
Yeah.
I
okay.
haven't been in
Fair enough.
contact
The
with
note
him
that
since-
says, "Help me, I'm desperate."
Yes.
Help me,
Okay.
I'm just-
Yes, the note
Yeah.
actually says that,
Yeah, I can show that to everybody
Yeah.
now.
I need.
because everybody has
it.
seen it.
I just need it.
Okay, fair enough. So he doesn't know the plan or what she wants us to do.
No, that's
No.
why I sent Eliza. I distracted Asante, and it was Eliza's job to figure out what the hell was going on. Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
To be fair, you distracted Asante perfectly.
Yeah.
Masterfully.
Masterpiece of distraction.
It's because I obviously didn't know what the note said, so I didn't know what the note said, like, this is what I want you to do, or, like,
No, here's a whole battle plan.
And I'll pay you money.
So, okay, what's the next step? You people start talking to me tomorrow?
Yes, I was going to say, if everybody's done with the conversation of getting Isaac in the loop, we can fast forward to the next morning where you
Oh, I'm in the loop.
where you chat to Red.
Okay.
Little crew meeting, call it.
Yeah, probably. The Liliana and Asante are probably doing wedding planning stuff with,
Yeah, and Seth is with them.
obviously.
Woo.
Hmm?
Why don't you tell Zaps what Eliza was telling me yesterday?
Please fill me in. Found anything interesting, Eliza?
We have a problem.
she's in love
Oh
with another man, and she wants to give us some jewelry or something, and basically we're not going to get drunk. I mean, we're not going to attend the wedding.
Well, She wants us to attend the wedding.
Well, here's the way she wants it to go down. We arrive at the place. I can't even remember where, and it's not important. We arrive there, and on the morning of the wedding, Templeton is going to give her a necklace that's worth a bucket load of money, and we're going to scarp her with her and the necklace, and gonna go and rescue her boyfriend, who is held captive by her dad. That is what she wants us to do.
I will remind you, her dad, whom we are doing this job for, to
Is
get
the
him his
burn
big
on
grey suit.
Persephone. And Templeton probably carries some political weight as well.
I'm going to kill Badger.
Way ahead of you.
Son of a...
Get in line. But Captain, you're calling the shots.
So,
What do you guys think?
I would remind you that this is the wedding of the millennium, so not only would we be pissing off the local Baron, we would also be pissing off a lot of people,
like
aka
Asante.
me.
We've been pissing off Asante. How's she, Zaps?
Probably a bit sore.
Whoa! Jesus! There is a man with a very high opinion of himself.
I'm not so sure.
That's our PG rating gone.
Did we ever have one?
I was gonna say.
Oh, we can swear. Brilliant.
I think I just swore not 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
What do you guys think we should do?
Well, we got to consider what she's giving us. Like, the black market's pretty cool, but you can't just sell items without them being somewhat traceable. As in, it may be hard to get rid of if someone who's quite powerful says, "Hey guys, I gave this piece of jewelry to someone, which is quite unique, since I'm assuming it's unique, that's why it's paid well." And also the fact that if we don't do what Liliana wants us to do, she's not really going to do much against us, is she? As in, we're either doing it on goodwill or getting hunted. And I can tell you from experience, being hunted isn't exactly the best thing.
Fair point.
Last time we were out on a bigger mission, I made us a lot of enemies. Let's not make my mistake again. Please?
Agreed. Interesting question, though. This Steel guy, if he's marrying Eliza, sorry, no.
Yeah, marry Eliza off instead, why not?
Am I getting married to that guy? Cool, I'll have money.
So, if he's getting married to Liliana, let's hope she doesn't put him against us.
Oh, crud, that's
Do we
right.
have, okay, first important
She
question.
could do that.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. That's the problem we're really in.
No, because otherwise it's the Baron, so we got to choose, is it Templeton or the Baron we want?
I take Templeton on that one if we have to choose. Problem is, it's also her dad, so... the question is, how much choice do we really have in the fallout of this one?
Not a lot,
On the other hand...
not that I can see.
More importantly... So basically they're holding this guy's... They're
Her
holding this
dad's
guy...
holding him hostage to make sure that she's gonna go through with the wedding.
And afterwards he's going to be set free?
That's what she believes.
Don't... what, Keep?
That's what she believes at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, so that's what Liliana believes, but
I'll give you a hint, boss. He ain't gonna be set free after the wedding.
Yeah. That's what I was assuming.
he's
Sorry,
gonna
what?
find a shallow grave, probably.
If he isn't dead already.
Sorry, who are we talking about here?
Her
Your boyfriend.
Daniel
Oh,
Blake.
Daniel.
okay.
Daniel Blake.
Assuming
Um,
he isn't dead already.
Because
They wouldn't kill him already. She might ask to see evidence that he's alive.
Yeah.
Proof of life is important for this sort of dealing.
the other thing we've got to consider is that I doubt her little Isaac's new boyfriend is exactly going to leave Liliana alone. So we would have to take him out.
I'd rather not kill him, if that's all right.
Well, we don't have to kill him, but he's likely to be on her tail.
No, if we rescue her, then I will have to kill him.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
we
but that-
rescue
yeah.
her, he's probably going to go after her with a dogged determination. That means that we will have to take him out of the equation one way or another.
Yeah.
So we got another problem. And Eliza, after this, I want you to find a quiet moment to look at it. I put the scraps of a tracking device, I assume is a tracking device, in one of the hidey holes in the cargo bay. It's the second one from the right.
Yeah.
Give it a look over. You're probably check what it is. I think it's a tracking device. See if you can find anything out about it.
Who would be tracking us?
Balls of I know.
Well, who do you think is going to be tracking us, considering
I'll
the
rephrase
prized
the
possession?
question. Who would be tracking us that hasn't already caught up with us?
It could be, what's his face? The bounty hunter that we shot.
He would have already been here.
He's dead, remember?
Oh, what,
Did you see his
Catwoman.
body? Boss, did you see his body?
This is not a movie. Deaths aren't always that clean. Ask Isaac.
Yet. It's not a confirmed kill unless you
Isaac
see
rolls
his
his
body.
shoulder and like puts his hand on the wound he got from him. It's like,
Yeah. Now, Cam, stop adding questions while not being adding suggestions while not being in the game, especially good suggestions.
Yes.
I mean, I would
Although,
love
if
to
we
be able
play
to
it
do that,
right,
but
and we use the media, we could be the big dumb heroes and tell the epic love story just down the ages.
Original thought, Val.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure you
Steal.
can't shut down that suggestion. So.
Okay, let's be honest. Do we want media attention?
I mean, I'd
Around the
rather
table, who wants media?
No thanks.
I'm
we want
happy to
media?
award you a plot point for that.
Shouldn't you award that to chemistry?
Technically, yes, that's chemistry's plot point.
You have to ask her before you can spend
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
that.
But to answer your question, boss man, no thanks for the media attention.
Yeah.
Not interested.
We
Same here.
we want anything but that at the moment. We've got various parties that are out to get us.
Exactly.
And
So
apparently
that's
a tracking device on us.
yeah. Let's
Possibly.
make sure we don't have any more. Okay. No matter what, we're delivering her to the wedding. But the question is, do we help her escape?
I would say no, since I don't think this valuable piece of jewelry is really going to be all that valuable. As
No.
in, like, is it really going to be that?
We don't have the full picture. If
I
this
agree.
goes wrong on us like that, then we don't have like there's coercion going on here. This sounds like a marriage of convenience, marriage of alliance, that sort of thing. But we don't know.
It's a political
Why?
marriage.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't know
And she's scared of the guy. I mean, genuinely scared.
what's this guy got? That
Templeton?
yeah, what's he got?
Lands, mineral rights.
Yeah, he's also the
Mineral
head of a
rights.
big army, arms
Arms manufacturing.
arms
I mean,
manufacturer.
Yep.
And I'm guessing he's a major dickhead.
let's just put it this way: it wouldn't surprise anyone if he were.
He's a major fuente.
I mean, have you seen his name? Like, you don't have that name and not be kind of a.
You're either
A
dickhead
person.
or porn star.
Huh.
So let's assume
Touche.
we can fairly safely assume that this is a marriage about those mineral rights. Then, basically,
That's
and
what Liliana told you.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Right.
That's
I
the
may have
whole
heard
reason
that
her
and
dad
forgotten it, and
arranged
that
this.
regurgitated like a thought that I think I just had. Whoops. Okay, so let me rephrase that. As Liliana told us, this is a marriage of convenience about the mineral rights.
Mm-hmm.
If
Question
we get in
is-
the way of that,
What
We've
if we
got problems.
negotiate that to happen without having her married to Templeton?
One thing that is well known about Templeton is that he is very protective of his property and his rights.
Of
As
course
well
he
as
is.
being a weapons manufacturer, he's also a weapons inventor and goes after anybody who even slightly infringes his patents with an army of very well-paid lawyers.
Lawyers I'm not scared of.
No, the lawyers aren't the problem.
It's the other part of the army I'm worried about.
okay,
For us, lawyers are the carrot.
right. I don't think we can do this. I mean, I know I keep saying we're not going to do it, and then we end up doing it. But I don't think we can do it this time. I don't think we can.
I mean, why should we, really?
Oh, one other piece of information that Liliana told you that I forgot to relay. He, before this wedding, he drew up a prenup, so she can't marry him and then divorce him. She'll get nothing. So that's not going to get the Baron what he wants.
Okay. And of course, the prenup isn't a document where there's only one copy of.
Nope.
No, figure.
Liliana was basically forced to sign it by her dad.
I really want to help these kids, but I also really like living.
You know what's going to happen,
Because
though, don't you?
Since you found this possible tracking device, I'm not going to suggest that we just leave it for later, but maybe let's look at it again once we know more about this supposed tracking device.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
mean-
people are already tracking our movements and other stuff, then there might be even more double dealings than we're aware of.
Well, they're no longer tracking us now.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah,
as
I
well,
know, but-
we're running a little over time, so I was going to say what we'll do, because obviously you guys have got 4 or 5 days travel to this place, so
Yeah.
your characters have got time to make a decision on this. So you can leave that decision till next session, but yeah.
I think that's best.
If you want to examine the tracking device, I will set the stakes for that, and you will be rolling mental and operate, because that's the one for
Cool.
equipment. That's better, no jinxes this time. 13 to beat.
I'm trying to figure out if you have any distinctions you could use here.
Probably not.
13 is pretty tricky.
It is. Especially since I only have...
Yeah, Red got pretty lucky with that set of dice, because
Yeah.
I rolled 2 jinxes and only rolled a 7.
What did I roll
Which is
against
why
that?
he rolled a 12, which is why you now have another D10 Big Damn Hero dice.
Uh-huh.
You guys are doing well on the Big Damn Hero dice.
Yeah.
Also, the
Yeah.
plot points this time, actually. I've not given you as many opportunities for plot points yet. You'll get some more, don't worry.
All I have is a D8 and D6. So our 13 is...
How do they get that extra D8?
That's almost impossible to beat, actually.
Yeah, what's your...
I'm assuming that was because it's the deadless.
My operate is a D6 and my mental is a D8.
Yeah.
So...
I'm trying to see.
Well, you can see what you get and then use a big damn hero die.
How?
She doesn't
I don't have
one.
any.
Don't have any.
We're the only one that have that. Hey, whoa! Who's been changing my name? I hadn't scrolled up further because it wasn't relevant.
I haven't scrolled up there for a while.
I just didn't notice it.
Perfect. Perfect.
What are your distinctions?
Doctor, one with the shadows, and veteran of the Unification War.
I mean, one with the shadows. You probably have.
Hang on. While we're doing this, can I look up?
I was going to say, I will let Isaac go in on this. I will let Isaac use Notice Threat Assessment on this one.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
You're welcome to use Notice as well if you like, Eliza.
Oh, that's a lot better.
My Notice
That's
Threat
a
Assessment
D8.
is a 12 with a D6 on top.
Yeah, and you've got your Augmented Reality shades as well that you can throw in there.
I was gonna say if you can just scan the bits, because
D12, D6, D8.
it's no longer complete tracking device.
2d8, 1d6 for me, so...
Go at it, big boy.
Hang on. I just need to get the syntax correct.
Keith, while we're doing this, can I quickly look up Templeton, what's his face, on the Cortex?
Yep, what would you like to know about him?
Just general stuff, I know he does the whole lawyers thing, but is there anything?
That's not enough.
Is there anything about him?
Nope.
Personality?
What's a circuit?
Personality-wise? Anything?
His personality has been described as having the personality of a comet, a core of ice and dust.
Huh.
So what? He has a personality of a comet.
So it's,
Yeah.
Not a good one.
yeah.
I've
Basically,
never heard that description of someone
That's
before.
as written in here.
and I love it.
Yeah.
It's, technically, that's supposed to be restricted information, as that came from a companion. But I just like the descriptions, so.
So, I'm just stuff like his history, what kind of a man is he? What's he done?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got a physical description as well. He
Okay.
dyes his hair, which he has slicked back.
Mhm.
Pale complexion, oddly colourless eyes. Reasonably good looking, in his 50s. Well dressed, manicured, clean shaven. His history, as well as he's obviously made his money in the weapons business, but he started out as an inventor, and it's the weapons that he invented that gained sort of very good popularity during the war due to low price, basically, and that's how he made his fortune, just flogging his weapons to mostly to the Alliance, but he did sell happily to both sides. Wherever he could make money, he did.
Well, he's good for. He'll get on well with you then, Zaps.
Yeah.
And basically, yeah, whereas Zaps emerged from the war reasonably wealthy, comfortable, Templeton emerged as one of the wealthiest men in the verse. He is loaded.
Guess he won that one.
The Baron convinced him to invest in property on Persephone. Initially, it was thought to be fairly low-value land. The Baron was just getting him to invest so that the Baron could make some more money. Then it turns out there's massive mineral deposits underneath it, which will make him even wealthier.
Yep.
It's known that there's a few people who want their hands on that land. He's going to sort of almost double his fortune with this. And yeah, there's usually a string of gold diggers after him, but he's not interested in.
Right, that's fine. I'm not. That's all good. But once we've resolved this, I suddenly had an idea because I'm
Crafty.
I'm thinking back to the start of the episode. First thing that I remembered, she was a bitch when she walked in.
She was, yes.
I don't like her. I'm very much on board with the not helping her train.
Okay. Second.
Second, they had luggage.
They did.
Yes. What are you getting at?
You're a special friend. Where's
Yeah.
she staying?
Inner quarters.
Do you want to take her out
Most of the
again
time.
tonight?
Maybe that's.
That's a yes, Saps.
That didn't really come up.
Wait,
They didn't do a lot of talking.
yeah, but isn't most of the luggage Liliana's?
Yeah, Santi only had one bag and a small satchel with her.
Either way, when she when you two go out tonight, you're going back to your place. All right.
Oh, God.
Okay. Fine.
If you're not getting this, I'm going to search her cabin.
No, I
Is that-
got that.
is that obvious
I got
got
that.
now?
Because
I
Mr.
did. I got
Security completely forgot to search the passengers and the luggage before they came on board.
Well, oh shit, yeah. Like everyone, but like
Like
I
everyone.
had dice rolls and everything in the guide ready for you to do that, and you just nope, all aboard.
Nope. Just walk on in.
I was
We don't
distracted
care.
by paparazzi.
That's a pepperoni.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
True. I mean, I wasn't either. I was
Well, I'm
busy
gonna
loading
start-
luggage.
I'm
I mean,
gonna
if
start
it
with
was
her.
my job, I would have done it. But that's not my job. So
I'm gonna start with her, and then I'm fairly confident that like Seth's not hiding anything, but I would like to search Liliana's stuff as well, so I'll figure something out for her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
fine.
that's fine. Did you want to
Could
do
you
your...
search Seth's room as well?
I mean, I can, yeah,
When you're going through everything, just make sure to search his as well.
yeah, why not?
Nav, do you want to check the pieces of the device?
Yeah, I was gonna say before we do room searching, do you want to check the device?
You want me to do a
Please do, because I've got no clue about what this does.
somewhat mental and
Shouldn't you be getting a plot point for that, by the way?
Me, yes.
Oh, Giacomo, actually.
Jack failed that.
But he rolled a 1.
Miserably.
He rolled a 1. Yeah, it's
But
a jinx.
it's only if he adds a
should be getting a
complication, right?
complication.
he could get a
Exactly.
complication.
I was tempted to have him get a small electric shock from it, but
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with any decent complications there. So
Okay.
Let's
Yes.
put it this way: if you were to say that I would get a shock from it, I would be highly surprised, and I would question your. Yeah, because if it's a small tracking device, it probably has a low-level battery.
yeah, and
Anything below 50 volts, you can't get shocked by.
exactly, and
True.
Zap smashed it, stamped on it, so it's in lots of pieces. There's not really any kind of complication I can give for you just looking over it.
No.
Had it still been active, yes, there would be complications I could give. If Red had failed in his investigation to find it, it would have been doing some more interesting things. But
Tough luck. Okay.
Captain knows his boat.
Okay, so you want me to look at the remains of this thing and see if I
Yeah.
can figure out what it is?
Exactly.
So-
Mental,
I'm gonna do-
operate, notice, and your glasses. Wasn't that what?
mental and notice, I said he could roll rather than mental and
Oh.
operate. Because his notice is threat
plus-
assessment, which is actually relevant here, so he gets an extra d6 for using his actual
I'm
skill.
also
For
gonna
the
use-
for the specialty.
Yep.
True.
I'm also going to use a D8 for my augmented shades that I'm scanning them with. I don't think I have any distinctions that apply here,
No.
No.
so
You have 13
Roll
to
good, roll
beat.
good, roll good, roll good.
Yeah, please. That is good. That is good.
That is very good.
You get another big damn hero dice, another d10.
Extra D10.
yeah.
At this beat, we're getting more hero dice than we have plot points.
Yeah, you
use
can't
with
actually
them, yeah.
spend these at the moment.
No.
You can
So-
you can have a plot point for that as well, actually.
Yeah.
So we're gonna become superheroes at the end stages.
Yep.
I'm going to be such a big damn hero.
Saps is gonna shoot people. It's gonna be awesome.
The thing is, the way this is going at the moment, it's, something else is going to go wrong. Like, we're planning to just sort of let things happen, so...
Yeah.
I mean,
something is gonna go wrong. That's the way it goes on our crew. You know it.
Well, that's the fun part, isn't it?
So yeah, that's an extraordinary success. So you are able to not only identify that yes, it's a tracking device that was sending out your location to parties unknown. What you are able to tell though, and this is thanks to your augmented reality specs, some of the parts are similar to things often used by the Blue Sun Corporation.
oh shit.
The Blue Sun got tech on our ship.
Excuse me?
This has Blue Sun markers.
Okay, for the benefit of everybody who doesn't know what the Blue Sun is.
The Blue Sun are a giant mega corporation of evil.
They are one of the parties known to be interested in acquiring Templeton Steel's land.
So basically, they're a corporation.
Basically, they're Cerberus from Mass Effect.
Yeah, or Wayland Yutani. Oh no, they're not, because Wayland Yutani exists.
Wayland
in this
Yutani
universe.
exists in this universe.
Exactly, it's an actual
Messenger
thing.
of Wayland Yutani.
2x2 hands of blue, exactly.
Ah, this isn't good.
I am going to kill Badger for this.
Right, look, this is probably related to what's currently going on, but because I can't remember running into them before.
Uh-huh.
But what if it's not? Do we have somewhere we can go to hide out? Like, after this?
After this mission?
Yeah, like, we're gonna need somewhere, like, if the Blue Sun Corp is after us, we're gonna need some sort of safe haven for a little bit.
I mean, we can...
If
I've
only
got a-
you hadn't pissed off the person who had a very convenient remote ranch with room to land
Yeah,
a spaceship.
Alright, Mr. Narrator.
I've got an apartment, but it's only really for one person, so I'm not sure 4 of us can really hang out there.
But no, that had you stayed and held Maggie all the way to the end, that would have been a benefit that you could rely on in future episodes. That you can go back to Maggie's Mars place every time you need somewhere to hide.
Yeah,
Who do we blame for this one?
been great. Would have been great. Hey, Eliza. Huh?
See, on the stream, I think you're looking at me.
Yeah.
You are actually, yeah.
Oh, I'm using the order that my pictures are in.
Yeah. But last time I was on the far right, so I think I am this time.
Yeah, exactly. You're on the far right for me as well at this point.
So my question. That's my question. Do we have somewhere that we can go and hole up for a bit? Because if these guys are after us, that's some pretty big, hefty heat.
I might know a place.
That'd be useful. Okay, just bear it in mind. We might need it. Okay, so we deliver her for the wedding. You crushed that thing. So they know we found it, but they also don't know where we are. But they presumably know where we're going to be. How did it get on the ship?
That's the question I'm asking as well.
All right, I'll do some searching while Woo, you distract Liliana and Last Samurai. I'll
Wait, can I just say, I'm pretty sure this guy is Chinese, not Japanese.
What's-
We're being
It doesn't
technical here.
matter.
Yes,
Just
it does.
saying.
He's
Just
last samurai to us.
He's brought a sword to a universe where guns are the standard form of combat. It's not a racial thing. It's the fact that he's trying to use melee weaponry where it's highly inappropriate.
I'm just saying. Anyway. Yeah, no, I can distract. I can distract them. Don't worry.
And Satsu, you
My
got
best
us
ability is
anti-distracted
distracting
already.
people.
Yeah, I
Good luck.
don't know what
Time
to
for
think
a
about her
reprise.
at this point.
Crouching tiger. All right, fine. That doesn't. That is racial. That doesn't convey the fact that he's trying to. That's no. I don't. No. Stop it.
Just call him Mr. Broadsword over there.
It's not a broadsword. It's a longsword.
Fine.
Anyway,
Or,
that's
you know,
what we
we
need
could
to
just call
do.
him Seth. You know,
One of them brought something on board. Well, we assume one of them brought something on board, and I'd like to know who it was.
Well, we got 3 options. 4 if we're counting Eliza.
Hey, I'm offended.
You're welcome to be offended. Let's. All right. Let's.
And you can still search my
Let's
quarters.
agree-
You
let's
won't
just-
find
let's
anything but
summarize.
the things that are supposed to be there.
Let's summarize. So stop it. Stop it. You'll upset the Australians. Summarize. We're going to attempt to deliver her to the wedding because A, she wasn't very nice to us. B, she's not offering us that great of a reward. C, we really want to do this job for the rewards for the benefits it'll give us. And D,
The captain made a deal.
yeah, we made a deal.
Exactly. E, the deal. Either way, we need to get her to the wedding, no matter what we do. So that doesn't change.
That's what I say. You guys have got 3 or 4 days until you get to the room stream.
Also, we could probably, if we wanted to help her out, we could probably, once the wedding has happened, we can go and rescue what's his face. Or they might just let him go.
Yeah, they might.
Isaac, wasn't it you who just said that?
I know. After the wedding, we can go and rescue him.
Probably.
After it, we'd probably have to do it while the wedding is on.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, that's not.
I didn't bring in. I don't have a nice suit anyway.
Oh, we're getting suits.
I was looking forward to getting my fancy dress out.
We are gonna no. This is we're gonna have to dress for this. This is a thing that's gonna happen. We can't move around unnoticed in what. What are you wearing? Jesus Christ! How did she fall for you?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean,
Hey.
Isaac's always in a suit anyway because he's
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna switch to a dinner jacket.
which
for
of
the,
course you have already.
I have it pressed and ready to go in my cupboard.
That does not surprise me. Sorry, I don't know why I find that funny.
It also custom fits my body armor.
It's,
I was going to say
I
when you look through Isaac's wardrobe, it's just white shirt, white shirt, black suit, black suit.
I'm just seeing Isaac. So if full suit, serious sunglasses on, completely stirred face, ironing his shirt.
Yep.
Yep.
yeah, you've got to mention that he also has like one Hawaiian T-shirt just randomly there.
Well, that's what he works out in. He's got a couple of Hawaiian t-shirts and some neon booty shorts, and that's it.
Yep. And no, so you missed an important salient point here, which is when I'm ironing my shirts, I'm wearing just my pants, and they're polka dot.
But the sunglasses are still on.
Yes. Yeah, I'm wearing the sunglasses in my pants, probably the socks as well, ironing my trousers and my shirt, looking very stern and serious. Got to get it just right, and then flick open the cupboard. There's like a whole row of ties, and they're all the same, but there's one red one. That's for special occasions, which don't quite warrant the dinner jacket.
Oh, I'm dying over here. Oh god. Oh, thank you for that.
Anytime. Right, but yeah, so that's the plan. So tomorrow, Zaps,
Search the rooms.
you're distracting Miss Wedding Planner. Woo, you distract Liliana and her bodyguard, and Jack, you can help me search.
Sure.
I'm up for that.
Eliza, that's your name. I forgot it for a second there. Eliza, you can help me search.
Sure.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah,
Is that what we are calling it?
I
for
think that's
tonight?
where we call it. There's the next thing to happen once you've done the room searching will take a little while for a session, so I think we'll work with that. The next one is currently planned for 2 weeks, the 23rd, because next weekend is Oath of the Gatewatch pre-release, and I plan on doing Two-Headed Giant, which at my store doesn't start until 6:30, so I
right.
won't be able to make it back.
Oh, so Kim, it cuts to a montage of Isaac doing his ironing, and in one of them he's wearing the bow tie.
Yes.
He's still shirtless. He's just wearing the bow tie.
And the Chippendales music is on in the background.
Yeah.
No, I think it'd be something far worse. Country or something. I don't know.
What you insulting Isaac?
Isaac would listen to country.
Yeah.
No, Isaac's a classical fellow.
Yeah, probably. Actually, you're right. And yakety sax in there for some reason.
Yeah.
Reminds me of you.
But yeah, as Jack did say, he might not be able to make next session. But
Yeah,
So we'll
birthday
reconvene
is happening.
yeah. So
in a couple of weeks.
so depending on what happens, assuming Jack can't make it, if Laura can, we might do a character creation session with her and figure out how we're going to get her in.
Sounds good. We can probably do a background adventure, maybe where the rest of us were present or something.
Well, we could meet her like at the party. At
Exactly.
The wedding.
There's plenty of ways to work her into this story.
Yep.
Come in a svelte-looking dress. It'd be awesome.
But yeah, I'd say I have no idea what sort of character she wants to create, whether it's going to be male or female. So,
Oh right, yeah, of course. Sorry, I made that assumption.
yeah.
Hey, there's no reason a male can't wear a
Knowing
dress.
her,
I
possibly
was gonna
female,
say.
but
Ah,
you know, I don't know for this what she'll fancy doing. If not, then I do have a sort of little one-shot, something different. It's a fairly easy game to play.
So what date's that we're looking at?
23rd.
23rd. 2 weeks
23rd.
today.
So nothing's happening on the 16th, but we are on for the 23rd.
We're on for the 23rd. At the moment, I'm currently doing these. I've booked these on the calendar fortnightly.
Cool.
With the idea being that at least one of those alternate Sundays where we're not doing this will be
Saturdays.
when I try and do the
Life, the universe, and everything.
yeah, or whatever it ends up being called. Streamer Lag, I think, was the one that won out on that poll. And yeah, that's whether that ends up being monthly or fortnightly will depend on how available people are. But yeah, currently looking quite forward to that.
yes, I am as well.
And yeah, so I think it's going to be good fun. So that's kind of why I ended up doing it, like setting this one fortnightly, because it's like this is kind of a convenient time of day for a lot of people who would want to be involved in that. So I thought we'll split them up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds good.
yeah. So yeah, we'll see you all in a couple of weeks, and I may or may not stream on my normal stream on Tuesday. I missed last week's because I injured my shoulder, which has set off my RSI problems, which means that I lose a lot of feeling in my right hand, which makes using a mouse quite difficult.
That's a bummer.
It's fine today, but after a day at work using a mouse, I can't hold one to do my streams, so I will let you
understand.
guys know beforehand on that. But yeah, that's me. Anybody else?
Let's go down the list. Wait.
Wait.
I don't know where the list starts and ends because apparently the list is in a different order than
It
mine.
starts with Jack.
Starts with me and ends with you, with Nav.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
as usual, I'm around streams, not really streaming myself or anything. Try to pop in whenever. Take it away, Valk.
Oh, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Valkyrie Lemons. I hang around a lot of places. I'm busy quite a few weeks, but I might do some. I'm thinking about maybe doing a Dwarf Fortress stream, but I'm really quite busy at the moment, so it's like I don't really have much time to do stuff. So I can't guarantee. So that's a possibility.
I am at Fidolkinin3 on Twitter. I stream on Red Nightmare 7, and tomorrow I'll be streaming from I think it's 4 to 6 GMT. More. I'm going to the second game of the Advanced Wars series. We finished the first game last week, and we're going into part 2 this week. And I think it's my favorite in the series, so it's gonna be good. And I also do the Farscape Rewatch podcast with Camera Hats, but that
Which
comes.
now has its own RSS feed.
Yes, camerahats.co.uk. Yeah, wrong bot. Which comes out every Wednesday. We are almost done with the season. 2 more episodes to go. We're through season 1. I'm doing that for half a year. Eesh. Next.
Yeah, I am at Navarran1 on Twitter. I hang out in streams like this where I don't have to be the one organizing things. I play in one of Senstaku's actual play podcasts set in the Mass Effect universe using the Dragon Age system, which has been converted, which was interesting today. I can't remember what day that comes out, but it's on senstaku.podbean.com. And I also show up on HP Braincase's streams every Saturday where we play Space Engineers over at HP Braincase on Twitch TV.
Yes.
Where we go to space. We went to space today.
I was gonna say, did you manage to get to space today?
Yes, technically.
Yes.
It sounds like a no.
I mean, they
We
got
went
to
to
space
space.
fine.
Everything
That's not
was
the problem.
fine. No, we got to space, and then we got out of the ship when we were in space,
And
and
you
then the ship
faltered.
stopped working because it bugged, and the autopilot got stuck on, and so we had to copy the ship and then paste it again. Then we found out that the engines didn't work properly, and we had to cheat and teleport it to the moon. Then we crashed into the moon. So we went to space, but some other things also happened.
They have now
And
turned
you're
into.
stuck on the moon.
They are now Matt Damon.
Yes.
But they haven't got much ice, and are buddy breathing from oxygen bottles was when I left.
Well, someone who will remain nameless and only referred to by their initials HPB ground down our hydrogen container accidentally, and some of it went missing and some of it didn't. And so,
Oops.
yeah.
Someone who will remain nameless. HP.
And then someone else who will remain nameless, Hieronymus, crashed the remainder of the ship into the moon. And so, luckily, the cargo survived. So we're